Today I'm going to read the book. Is have in English and Vietnamese too, but I will read English. Okay, Thomas the Tank Engine, easy to read treasury. 3 stories in one. Christopher R. Dry, Can't Stop. Let's start. Thomas and the Tiger by Christopher R. Dry, illustrated by Ken Stott. Again. This is the first story. One day, Thomas heard some children talking about a new wildlife park which was opening soon. It's going to have lions and tigers and even a hippo. What's a hippo? Thomas asked. You'll soon see, said his driver. We may have to carry some of the animals to the park ourselves. Soon the animals began to arrive. Some came by lorry and some by rail. The engines worked very hard, pulling extra trains to carry them. One morning, Thomas' driver was extra happy. We're going to the harbor today to collect something for the wildlife park, he told Thomas. At the harbor, they found a big crate containing a tiger and her cubs. The tiger had come from a zoo aboard. A crane lifted the crate onto the truck and Thomas set off. At the station, Thomas waited while the big crate was unloaded. He was quite sad to see the tiger go. He had been proud to carry such a noble and beautiful animal. I wonder if I shall see it again, he thought. Near the station, there was an old engine shed. The men used it for storing things they did not use very often. Later, when Thomas was passing the shed, he thought he saw something moving inside it. It seemed to look stripy. Later that day, Percy also passed the old engine shed. He thought he saw some eyes glinting in the dark. I can't understand it, he told Thomas. It was as if someone or something was watching me. The next day, Thomas was at the station. He was listening to his driver talking to the fireman. It says in the newspaper that a tiger has escaped from the wildlife park, said the driver. I wonder where it is. Thomas smiled. New. Look in the old engine shed as we pass, he told his driver. When they came close, Thomas slowed down. His driver looked out of the cab. Why, it's a tiger and her cubs, he said. What was very smart of you to find them, Thomas. Thomas' driver told the fat controller about the tiger at once. We'd better let her keepers know she's safe, said the fat controller. A lorry came from the wildlife park to collect the tiger and her cubs. The keeper was very pleased. Well done, Thomas, for finding our tiger, he said, and the fat controller agreed. You've been a really useful engine, he said. Thomas often sees the tiger and her cubs when he passes the park now. He feels very proud to have rescued her. As a special thank you, the keeper named one of the tiger cubs Thomas. Okay, so now is the second story, Thomas and the Birthday Party by Christopher Dry, illustrated by Ken Stott. It's your driver's birthday on Saturday, said Percy. What is a birthday? Asked Thomas. "It is the day that when you get a year older," said Toby. Thomas asked the fireman about the driver's birthday. "His wife has baked him a cake," the fireman said. "I wish I could see it," said Thomas. "Let's give the driver a party at the station," said Toby. "Then we can all see the cake," said Percy. The fireman went to ask the station master. The station master agreed. The ancients were very happy. But just 2 days before the birthday party, the fat controller sent Thomas away. Thomas was sent to the big station to help out in the yard. He was very upset. At the big station, Thomas worked hard all day. He was looking forward to going home that evening. But the fat controller did not send Thomas home. He was needed to shunt trucks again the next day. Thomas had to spend the night in the engine shed at the big station. He could not go to sleep that night. The driver will miss his party, he thought sadly. The next day, the fat controller came. "Well done, Thomas," he said. "You have been working very hard. I am pleased with you." "Thank you, sir," said Thomas. "But when can I go home?" "Don't worry, Thomas. I know all about your secret," said the fat controller. "We will get you home in time." Saturday came and everyone began to get ready for the party. The station master put up a sign saying "Happy Birthday." The porters decorated the entrance shed and their children blew up the balloons. At 5 o'clock, everything was ready.